Hello, let's do Wordle for Tuesday, October 21st. We'll give our members wheel a spin and see what we're starting with today. All right, slate, suggested by Bailey and Nice. That is a very good starting word. Some consider it the best starting word, depending on who you ask. All right, let's do it. Slate. It's one of those Salé anagrams for sure. Usually one of the Salé anagrams ends up being the best start. All right, we have a T and an E. It makes me want to do like TRE or something. It could be an ER word though, so let's just avoid guessing the R for at least one more guess, just to, if we can, just to avoid trapping ourselves. Something like, I was going to say thick, but that doesn't use an E. I thought of there, but it ends in E. There, this way. But again, that uses the R. We could do thief. It's not the best, but it avoids getting the R right away. And if that E turns green, then I can assume it's ER. So I think this is decent. Thief. All right, so we don't have to worry about R's now because it's not an ER ending. So, this doesn't start with T though. Something like RET might be nice. So common letters are R and N still. P is a good one, C is a good one. Try to build a word out of this. I don't know, something like pent. I thought of penta, but pento. There's pinto, but not pento. PRE. I don't know where the N's going or where the T's going. Is there like an RENT word? Grent, Brent, Prent? Nah, I don't think so. Rent? Is that the past tense of to rend? Rent? Oh. No, rend doesn't have a W. I'm curious if it accepts this word. It doesn't. It's not a word. Okay. I thought maybe it was, but I was thinking of something else. Why can't I think of anything good to guess here? It may be ending in TRY. Retry. I'd really rather not repeat the R if there's not an R in the word. How about metro? I think metro is really good. Retry looked kind of like metro. You just have to change two of the letters. All right. Okay. So ETO is almost certainly it. Oops, not an R. ETO. There's no R in the word. Detox is the first thing that came to mind. That would be fun. All right. Detox. Nice. Oh, that's a fun word. All right. Always love when you get an X or a Z or a J or something in the word. Cool. I mean, what else is ETO? I'm not sure. Let's check with the bot. All right, so the bot is public now. You are welcome to use it as much as you want. It is wordgamesbot.github.io. I will include a link in the description in every video, so you don't have to worry about which video, just from now on. The answer was detox. I'm going to guess. And if you want to match my settings, I use the filtered New York Times Wordlebot answers for this first choice. And then I use the New York Times Wordlebot guesses for the second choice. So filtered New York Times Wordlebot answers and New York Times Wordlebot guesses. If you want to match my results here, I find that is a nice balance of what it's going to guess and what it's going to consider an answer. All right, we started with slate. It's suggesting tighter. It actually really likes repeating the T when there's a yellow T. I always forget that. Thief is not here. I'm not surprised. There's better words. Timer, tenor. It's not worried about ER, I guess. All right, I did thief. Thief was 2.95, which is, I mean, it's pretty bad compared to these other ones. All right, anyway. From here, we're down to 21 words. It suggests erupt. I did metro or repot. Metro's here, though. Metro's not bad. Tied for second. All right. And after Metro, it was only Detox. The other words were Beton, Jeton, and Netop. I'm glad I saw Detox quickly. I mean, it's a fun word. All right. So, yeah, after Metro, it was basically guaranteed Detox. From Slate, it would do tighter. Now it's going to do a wow. This is quite the filler. Cutie. We're down to Detox, Fetch, and Get Up. So cuter, we have to use the T in place. It's checking for a U for Get Up. It's checking for a C for Fetch. And it's checking for neither of those for Detox. And there's not a way to do that, a C and a U, without it being a hard mode filler. In Ultra, you have to just guess one of them. Interesting. So it's going to throw away the possibility of getting it in 3, so it guarantees getting it in 4. That's really interesting. Yeah, hard mode strategy right there. If it wasn't going to use a hard mode filler, then it would just go through the list. All right, interesting. Let's look at Tails, see if Tails runs into the same issue. It's going to do retie and then petty, checking for double T. Now it's Detox or Fetch. So it could do it in 4, maybe 5. All right, we will check. Next is a DU, right? Yeah, pretty sure. From a DU, it does drone and then depot or Detox. So it could get lucky and get it in 3. Otherwise, it gets it in 4. All right, audio. It's going to go world. And then it's going to do a hard mode filler, donut. And then Detox. If it doesn't do the filler, then it's going to go for depot. And then it's still going to get Detox. All right. Oopsie. Here we're going to try trace. And we'll do trace in ultra mode because we want to try to get it in 2. Unfortunately, none of these give it in 2. So now we can turn back on hard mode. Now we're going to go piety, which is a hard mode filler, and then Detox. If we don't use the filler, we do deity, which is still Detox. So you don't have to do the hard mode filler in this particular case. And then finally, we'll do place, which it's going to go deist, then maybe deter Detox, or the other way around. That's what the official bot starts with. Let's check with the bot and see how people did today. I get the feeling it's a high average, but also a high solve rate. 3.9 is not that high. 8844, okay. Slate is a 95, one of the top picks. Does not like Thief at all. Tighter would be better. Yeah, it also likes tighter. What is tighter? Metro. Terrific choice. It prefers repot, erupt. But yeah, that's the same as the other bot. And then Detox. Only one possible solution left. Got it. All right. Okay, so it goes place, deter, Detox. So it skips deist and goes straight to deter. Interesting. Okay. 0.3% of people starting with Detox. How lucky are they? All right. 99.4% solve rate. That's pretty high. People are losing on depot, devet, defog, deter. Lots of DE words. Decoy, demon. Yeah, a bit trappy. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did. If you would like to watch the New York Times games, I have a link at the end of the video, which takes you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all of the videos I made today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.